All right, the first one here says this is my original equation. I want a line that's parallel to it, includes that point. Ignore this part for a second. When we talk about equations, what does parallel tell us?
It's the slope is
Same slope. Slope is the same. So when I look at this original equation, what's the slope of it? 3/4. I just pull that number off, write that down. M original. Now if I talk about the slope parallel,
M is original, you guys.
Oh, and then it's 4/3 negative.
Oh, shut up.
if we talk about the slope of negative 4/3, if you're talking about a slope of negative 4/3, that's the perpendicular. If it's parallel, how are the slopes compared? We just said it, it was the same. So if it's 3/4, what's the parallel slope?
Negative 4/3.
Still 3/4. Remember, parallel doesn't change the slope. Perpendicular does. Now, we're also comfortable, guys, we're working up here. I know the slope I'm working with. I know a point on that graph is 16.2. So I can start to substitute into the slope-intercept form.
So you put parentheses around the x.
I will. So there's the slope that gets plugged in. Now I'm going to plug this ordered pair in. So 2 is equal to 3/4 times 16 plus, and I still don't know what b is. I need the b to write the equation. I've got my slope part of slope-intercept form. I need the intercept. So now I do some algebra. 3/4 times 16 gives me 12. 3 times 16 is 48, divided by 4 is 12. Or 16 divided by 4 is 4, times 3 is 12. Or take your calculator, do 3 times 16 divided by 4 equals. Whatever you got to do.
Wait, so how do you do that?
I was going to say, how do you know how to do that?
Wouldn't it be 3 divided by 4 times 16?
Oh, no, crap.
Here.
I thought it was like times the 16. I got it.
So you do that, yeah. Well, if you do the tops, you get 48. Do the bottoms, you get 4.
Oh, I thought
And then,
What the heck?
no, because this isn't, you don't distribute, dude. You don't distribute multiplication that way.
So you could just do times top number.
Yeah, you go across the tops, and then you reduce the fraction.
I wish
Or,
someone would have told me that.
and in your calculator, you can even just punch this in, and you'll get the right answer.
No.
Guys, Robert? Well, what I'm going to try, I'm not done yet. I still have to finish the problem off. And what this gives me, negative 10 equals b. So when I write my final equation, there's an equation, y equals 3/4 x minus 10. It has the same slope, so it's parallel. And that negative 10 guarantees that it goes through the point 16, 2. That's what I set out with this problem. I wanted an equation that was parallel to the original and included the point 16, 2. So that's what this is all about. Now the good news is we've already practiced problems where here's the slope, here's a point that's included, and I want to write the equation in points in slope-intercept form that has that slope and that point. You guys did a whole bunch of those over the weekend as reinforcement of this. So I know we've been practicing that. I know you feel good about it. All I'm doing now is adding one more step on the front end of the problem, which is to not give you the initial slope, but make you come up with it. Let's look at the sister problem over here with perpendicular. Perpendicular, let's see, the original slope is still 3/4. So m original. What did we agree in our conversation that the perpendicular slope would be?
There would be negative 4.
Negative 4/3. Flip the fraction, change the sign. Reciprocal means flip the fraction. Negative means switch from a negative to a positive or positive to negative. And now it's the exact same problem I did over here. Guys, where I've got the known slope, so -4/3, and I know one of the 2 points, or one of the points I'm going to use, so I can plug those in. Y is -5. Now I do the simplifying, so -5. 4 times 12 is 48, again, but now I'm dividing by 3. That gives me 16. And it's a negative. Add 16 to both sides. I get 11. Yeah.
No, he's not gonna let you do it.
Now these are 2 problems. You're only going to ever see one or the other. But again, I want to lay them out side by side so you can see we're still dealing with finding a slope, doing something with it, either keeping it the same or flipping it and changing the sign. And then I'm going to the y equals mx plus b equation, substituting in, finding out what b is, and then writing my final equations. And what's also nice here is you can see side by side the slopes between these 2 lines. They're the same, so they're parallel, or they're negative reciprocals, so they're perpendicular.